everybody. Welcome. It's Championship Week of the Why Do Boys Make podcast, the official companion podcast of the Why Do Boys Play Games Fantasy Football League. Record-breaking game this week as we have Corby, who's here with me. Say hi, Corby.
Hi, I did it. I made it. I survived. Life is good. I'm finally back in the championship. I think it was my third championship game in my career for this league. So it's awesome to be here. Yes.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, but he won his matchup and he's in the championship game and he's going to be playing Christian Patnode, and he's here too. He's here to two-time winner. He's here. He's coming for the third. He's here too. Chris, how are you feeling?
Wow. I'm feeling so good. And I have never lost a championship game in this league, I don't think.
Oh, shit. Have you, Corby?
I have. I lost to Fitzy.
Oh, man. And to help us break down this matchup, we needed an unbiased fourth party. And that is tonight. It's Adam for the first time this year. Adam, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, gamers? I'm doing good.
All right. So you got today's also as you can tell by my hat, it's the first post-Christmas episode. Today's Thursday, the day after Christmas. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Real quick, what do you get? Just give your Christmas a rank out of 10, 1 through 10. Corby, how was your Christmas?
It's 10 out of 10, man.
Oh,
5
nice, dude.
boom meter. I love eating cookies all day. I cooked some really good pasta. I love getting gifts. I love getting a new T-shirt. I love giving gifts. Gifts are awesome. I love Christmas. It's so good. 10 out of 10.
But what about the celebration of the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Oh well.
Can I get 5 booms for that?
I'll give you 5 Hail Marys for that. A Hail Mary full of but seriously though, yeah, Jesus, he's the reason for the season. So Jesus gets 5 booms on the boom meter.
Chris, how was yours? 0 out of 10.
Probably a 4.
Oh no.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here.
Mike moved away. My sister moved away. My aunt moved away. I don't know.
That's a shame.
It was a shame.
Okay, Adam, how was yours?
I'd say like an 8.
Awesome, yeah.
Subtract 2 points just because I had to do a lot of driving, but it was fine other than that.
Yeah, I'd probably say like an 8 too. It's a lot of work once you have kids.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right, so that's it. Let's so traditionally we like to do a little thing with our guests. We do an interview and a power ranking. That was the interview, I'm gonna say. So let's look at our power ranking. What are we power ranking today? Are we on here?
Here, I am in the wrong order. Give me 1 second, and I can fix that. Like the movie Holes. You ever seen the movie Holes?
Dig it up.
Of course, man.
Dig it up.
It's a Stone Cold classic. John Voight.
Oh, dude, he's great in that movie.
What is this?
Sunflower seeds.
To the T. What is that? You smelling, dog? That's me. I don't take showers and I don't brush my teeth.
I love John Voight, man. He's so smart when it comes to politics too. So
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's my favorite part about him for sure.
He's cool,
yeah. So today we're ranking the top 10 Webster Dictionary words of the year. So you'll see on the left-hand side, this is the list in no order particular. There was no order on their website, but if you guys want to do them in an average fashion, you're welcome to. But I have them as separate lists for the time being. So please, whoever wants to start, please go ahead.
Can I ask a question first?
Yeah, of course.
What do they do? Like a word a month or something?
I don't know. I'm guessing that it's like based on like social things and stuff like that. But like there was nothing. Gotcha. It was not like by month either. It was just 12 words in a big stupid article.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
You have resonate on there twice.
Oh shit! Do I really?
Yeah, it resonated, I guess.
Yeah, it really resonates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Do you think they were like, Fortnite's really trending? I wonder what's going on with like they're really
God damn it.
You should make up a word.
Okay. I'm just gonna use the Oxford English Dictionary word of the year, which is brain rot.
Nice.
Okay. There you go.
Cool. Chris, you want to go first?
I was looking at this earlier and I had a tough time even coming up with a list on its own. I don't I don't. So they all relate to something, right? So
What?
I don't know.
Look this one up.
What do you like?
I
Which
like-
word do you like? Yeah, I like that word.
I like elision. I did like that word.
I don't know that one.
'Cause
I just had to look that one up.
I actually did look that up earlier because that was the only word that I was a little unsure of, and they were talking about when the boat hit the bridge. That was an elision.
Yeah, right.
And that was pretty big news. New word for me. So I would. Is that a 1? Am I saying that's a 1?
If that's your
If that's
best
your-
word.
That's your favorite word of the year. Yeah, sure.
1 is the number, the best pick. Then yes. Then yeah,
Chalk it
I'll go with
down.
elision. I'll go with elision.
Wow.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
That's a
Wow.
great pick. That's a great pick.
A new
Adam.
word. It's not every day that you learn a new word. I
No.
have the number one. I feel like that's the goal of the word of the month or whatever it is. Teach people a new word.
I believe so. I think you're on the right path there.
I was just watching Alice in Wonderland the other day.
Nice, man. I love that one.
Can I get a cricket sound effect or something? Something.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah.
Give me something. Thank you.
All right, so we skipped to number 1 already, so that's great.
Just jump around.
We're
Let's-
supposed-
Yeah. For me, I would have to put Fortnite too.
Oh yeah, dude.
Probably like the best game ever, right?
Well, it's not spelled the same way as that Fortnite. It's spelled
No,
like the Taylor Swift song Fortnite.
Also very good.
That's a Fortnite. Do I have to place Fortnite too?
You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, you can do whatever. You can also skip it for now. You can do whatever you want.
Let's put Fortnite at a 6. It's been around for a while.
For Fortnite.
Yeah, they just brought back the OG map though, so is that true? Is that am I
It
right?
is true, yeah, and it's like very OG. The game, you can like double pump in it and everything. It's crazy.
Dude, love it. That's
Oh, it's old school Fortnite.
Yeah, it's like very old school. I played with Luke and we won a game. That was cool.
Nice.
Did you do a Fortnite dance after?
Oh yeah, I
In
was
the living
pretty.
room?
Oh yeah,
You're flossing.
I was flossing. I was flossing at my desk.
Ugh, that's brain rot. Jeez, brain rot 2.
Whoa.
Yuck.
Two? That's brain rot too.
Brain rot. I don't like hearing it, but I get it. 4.
Brain rot. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna put it at 8. Not a huge fan.
I don't like.
Brian Rot. Oh wait,
That's on Chris's side too.
wrong list. Sorry,
Mm.
sorry.
You can put Brian. Do Brian.
Brian Rot. Like Brian from Peter from Peter Griffin. from
Yeah,
Peter.
dude. Love that guy.
It's great stuff so far, guys.
Killing it. I don't know if you're feeling like super passionate about any of these, Chris, but
Mm,
I kind of like cognitive. I kind of think I would put that 3. I don't know why.
cognitive. I'm assuming this was for what, like cognitive. Oh, geez, cognitive dissonance. Is that what they were going for? Or were they talking about Joe Biden?
I was
Trump
going to
brain?
say Joe Biden.
Yeah,
Cognitive
actually,
decline.
that might be right. Okay, I believe that's
Look at
that's
Joe,
probably
you know?
correct. Cognitive. I say that word a lot at work. So 7. We're really coming down to the I wonder what's going to get my 2 spot. I like pander. I think that's a good word. I feel like I say it more than most people. Give me pander at 2.
Pander. It's like middle of the road for me. I'm going to say 5.
It's like a pirate saying panda. Pander.
Oh my god.
That's a great point. One that I didn't even
You're
consider.
not wrong.
I didn't consider that
You're
actually.
not wrong. You know, that actually, Corby, that really resonates with me. I'm going to say resonate 4.
Nice.
Looking at the other words, resonate 8. That leaves me with some open spots here.
Democracy 10.
Oh shit!
Give it a 10.
Yeah, I saw this coming.
Adam hates
As soon as I saw,
democracy.
as soon as I
Yeah.
saw this on the list, I was like, I would put it in
It's
that
mad
exact
silly. Democracy, mad silly. Don't want it.
Democracy. I will go with. This is the hardest list to rank. You know, I watched a lot of these episodes. Yeah, some ones that made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
These words are very hard because they mean nothing to me. But democracy. 5.
Respect.
I'm an American. I'm an American.
Yeah.
And
Red-blooded American.
red-blooded, hardworking. You know me.
Love your freedom.
That's why I live in Florida.
Fucking
The
shooting
true
eagles.
American.
Shooting eagles with all my guns. Yeah, 5. Oh, and now my word. Totality. Totality 3.
I would have to say totality. I'll give it 6. I'll put it in the 6th spot there. It's the best one left.
I think it's the best one to say.
That's part of the reason. It's good to say. It really rolls off the tongue. Demure 9. Don't really care for it.
That was also a new word for me this year. Was not aware of it prior. I will put demure at 10 because I want polarization at 9.
Lock it in at 7.
Drink a lot of polar seltzers. Probably my most drank seltzer. So
There you go.
I'm gonna get a 9 on that one.
Yeah, after you guys both agreed at 1, I thought this was just going to be a very similar list. But look at this, just a lot of different things here going on. Just a really interesting list going on here. So well done, guys.
A lot of different ideas.
Thanks.
A lot of different ideas. That was excellent.
It's always good when you learn a new word, you know.
It is.
Collision. Brand new. So
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
would not have known that one, so that's a good one for sure.
Corby, I know you like to see Resonate at 4 since one of your favorite games is Resident Evil 4.
It's true. That's great. That's a great one, dude.
What the shit, man?
That's awesome.
Speaking of great ones, go ahead and pause if you want to look at this great list, and leave your comments down below. Please power rank these 10 words. Just really, I feel like this could really start a wildfire in the comments. I know people are really passionate about this kind of stuff. So also the fact that these is that I don't know how they made these the top 10 or whatever it was words of the year, but I feel like most of them are pretty. It's a flavor of society these days, right?
They're very topical.
That's a
Yeah,
great
they're
way
all
to put it.
topical. So let's mosey on down to the mailbag and learn what's next in what else are the people saying? Let's access the cultural zeitgeist or whatever and see what people are saying as we look at the top comments here. And we're going to start with Fitzy, who says, I could read this and it would be very offensive, but instead I'm going to say he wrote some what are those called there? Characters there in Asian. Oh shit, I already did it. What is this called? The written Kanju. All right, he wrote some letters here.
Cantonese?
What's the written part though called? It's called something else.
I have
The
no idea.
characters.
Not
All right,
sure.
whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Yeah, translate that for me. Hit the translate. Let's see what Fitzy has to say. Fuck yes, baby first. Fuck yes, baby first. He's saying his baby came first, Corby. He's saying he's like he's dapping on you or whatever, He's flexing.
He's
Saying
dapping.
baby
on-
first, baby first. So how does that make you feel?
In Chinese, no less.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it was. Could have been a lot of things. Could have been Korean maybe or Japanese, but it's definitely something.
Hey, good for him for beating me to the race of fatherhood.
I forgot to do a voice.
He won.
He won. He did the race.
What do you think of this next couple, Adam? Why don't you take these and you can do a voice for yourself if you want, or you can just do
Sure, yeah. Icehead0001 says AI is so cool. Yeah, it rocks. I love it. Very true.
So did you mean it?
No. The songs are sometimes funny though at the end, but no. Next comment, also from me. Why the fuck would I know how many Venom movies there are? Yeah, I don't know. I
You're a
think
big
Colin,
movie guy.
well, yeah, but
Yeah, you were called out
I
last
don't.
week on
I
that.
don't pay attention to the Venom franchise.
It's like,
I just thought like the first one. I thought people didn't like it, so I just kind of assumed.
I think
They
people
were
like
just
the first
stopped.
one, but
Really?
the rest sucked. Yeah, I think so. I think it's
Tom
pretty
Hardy.
well liked.
Tom Hardy's never made a bad movie.
I will say it sounds like Craven is not doing too well. I think my guess of I put
Oh,
in the
yeah.
comments of 60 million might be the closest.
Yeah,
think
you're
so.
definitely going to be the closest.
Crazy.
I was spot on there. I may not know much about Venom, but
Yeah, it was crazy. The secret question I think in the description there was like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm assuming. So I put here that I want Bitcoin for Christmas. This, it's pretty obvious. It's a lot of money. So if you guys want to donate a cup of coffee, hit the link in the description. Donate a Bitcoin to me. I appreciate it. It's much
fine.
appreciated.
Don't click any links in any description of any video that we make.
So Adam, smash or pass? What do you say?
Well, there was some talk of Jake Hayner's mom last week. I believe I said here, smash Mrs. Hayner.
You what?
I don't know, man.
Sure, smash.
Here's what Fitzy says. It's really nice of you to say I'm the voice of reason on the pod. And yes, I know we were talking about calling me Ernie. I know what you're talking about. I'm not stupid. Didn't really say that part. Colin, I mean, no offense because I like your shtick more than his, but your Shaq because you're always thinking about yourself. The fuck? I hate him on there, dude. He's funny when he's funny, but most of the time he's just
writing
so
some madman.
annoying.
It's entertaining, I guess, but it's not really.
I just he's so.
I'm not as into it as other people are.
I get it, I guess. Cord, what's your favorite Persona song? He says Rivers in the Desert is one of my top played songs of 2021. Coming back strong this year despite me not playing that game since 2018. See the reply here. What's Corby?
Yeah, it was me. I replied earlier, and I was too lazy to log into my actual account, so I have a bunch of them here. So the hijinks music. So like that's when you're getting into it with your friends and doing funny high school hijinks. The song "My Homie" from Persona 5 is the best one of those. The daytime music when you're walking around town during the day. Signs of Love from Persona 4. The best evening music. "Color Your Night" from Persona 3 Remake is maybe the best song in the entirety of the Persona series that I've played. Best general music battle theme for Persona 5's Last Surprise, of course, a fan favorite. Everyone loves that one. Best dungeon theme is the Whims of Fate from Persona 5, which is the last dungeon in the game. It's really good. The best boss music in general, though, is from Persona 3 Reload, which would be Masters of Shadow. Those are the best songs from Persona, brought to you by me.
How would you say Persona 5's My Homie compares to Homies by the ICP?
Oh well, it's a really tough comparison because they're both such masterful pieces of art. I think if you asked me the same question about like Juggalo Island, I would definitely side with the Insane Clown Posse, but I'm gonna go with My Homie from Persona 5 instead of Homies by ICP.
Oh yeah, dude, the hatchet. Can you catch it, Chris? Do you have any strong opinions? I know you're not much of a commenter these days, but there was a lot of discussion about soundtracks and video game soundtracks and all that. Do you have
I'm really liking the Metaphor soundtrack.
Cool.
Very, very good. But no strong opinions on any of this. I don't play much games these days since I became a dad, so.
Sorry, what?
No, I'm just kidding. Nah, not me.
Oh boy. Here I said there was some discussion last week, I believe, about the 2 tight end league and Corby's opponent being Devin, and I commented how Devin curb stomped me in the 2 tight end league. I think he beat me by about 110 points. Not great. Corby said,
I said,
I'll get him back for you this week.
and then Corby lost. I said, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, I said he didn't. Just for the record, yeah, I lost for many reasons, but for the same reason I lost that league, I may have won this league, and we'll get into that later in the program.
Here's Fitzy continuing his reign of terror in the comment section. He says, "Colin, my favorite video game music memory with you I was turning off all the songs except for starting from the bottom and playing 2K14 Blacktop till 3 in the morning. That's right. You know, and that though, you know, in a lot of sports soundtracks now, you can like pick what songs will be in the playlist. So we just turned them all off except for Drake. You know, the song started from the bottom.
Never.
Yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
And it just played on loop for probably like at least 5 hours, probably more.
You like it? You like that song?
I don't like that song, and I don't really. I think my brain locked that one in the vault. I don't really remember this. I mean, I remember it happening, but I don't. I remember nothing specific. I think for my own good, yeah, I don't really remember much. But Fitzy, I mean, I remember that. I think my favorite video game music memory with Fitzy was the Beatles. We played the Beatles Rock Band, and that was a lot of fun when it came out. Remember that, Corby? No, all right. Fitzy says, so I'm driving around town listening to this podcast to put Eva to bed. And I started laughing so hard I had to pull over when I heard Sergeant Penis. Corby did say he was very loud and proud about it when we got the name changes. There's only one name change this week, and it was, and there was some suspense in the air. It revealed it to be Sergeant Penis. So well done, Chris Cloud.
Phenomenal name, Chris.
Here we go.
Chris
Rolling
Cloud,
on.
Derek.
Chris, why don't you take the rest of the Fitzy comments?
Me, Chris?
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, confirmed. I brought up. So this was Fitzy. He says, confirmed. I brought up the Jake Hayner mom comment earlier this year. She was a newscaster. This was the same week that I saw a Hayner comment. At least this dude doesn't drink child blood like Derek.
Does anyone know what that means?
I don't know.
He's
No idea what he's talking about.
He's been sipping that. What's that stuff called? That's in the adrenal. What's that stuff?
Oh, adrenochrome.
And he's sipping that adrenochrome beneath the pizza store.
Just
Yeah.
went absolutely off this week.
Derek Carr is drinking adrenochrome.
Not working.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Not working.
Yeah. Like he needs to get stronger stuff.
Roll on, Chris. Roll on.
This was my matchup. Chris Colby starred Quentin Johnson in his flex on Thursday. The fantasy gods officially revoke your status as Team of Destiny.
I consider it more of a Hail Mary cocky swag strat. Need all the help I can get.
Absolutely fantastic work with this week's outro. Would you mind reading the prompt that you fed into the AI algorithm?
Right. So if you stuck around for the outro, which I think was maybe Corby and Fitzy, maybe you, Adam. That's probably about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a song about Corby and Brandy facing off in the fantasy playoff. It's like an old school country song.
It was so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
So I did it on my other computer that I used to edit with, but I'm pretty sure I don't have like the prompt in front of me. But I think all it was like generate an old school country song about two lovers named Corby and Brandy facing off in like the second week of fantasy playoffs. I think that's all it was, and it came out with gold because because AI is just so great and awesome. It's fantastic. A 10 out of 10. I give AI. Chris, what would you rate AI?
I use AI literally every day to make cool pictures and to make funny songs that I share with Katie. So 10 out of 10 for
I
me.
didn't know that. Awesome. We got he's on board, Adam.
Sick.
We got another one on board, Adam. Me
I
and
have-
you riding this AI train together. Let's
I
go.
always
yeah.
share them with Adam too, and we laugh about them. It's been fun. Adam secretly loves it.
Adam loves AI, and so does Mike here, who says, I don't need to bring anything to me. I already saw Sonic 3. How was it, Corby? Did you see it, Adam or Chris? Or
Again, didn't know there was 3 Sonic movies.
it's actually getting very good reviews.
It's so good. It is.
I thought it was number 2,
It was so
No.
good.
but
I believe you.
Mike and I saw it last week. The day it came out, it was life changing. Honestly, such a great movie.
Was it a full theater?
No, we were at Regal, and there's nobody ever there,
Oh, it was
which
Regal.
is awesome. So if you ever want to see a movie by yourself, go to Regal Cinemas in Springfield, Massachusetts. Good times.
Absolutely agree.
First Sonic movie sucks. Second Sonic movie is pretty good. This movie is amazing. So good.
All right. Mass Effect song is M4 Part 2. That's the credit song for Mass Effect 1. All right. Thank you, Mike. It's a good song. My favorite video game song is Live and Learn. Mass Effect Virgil is up there, up top 2. I put that on when I read Mass Effect books. I don't know what is Live and Learn, Corby. What is that?
Live and Learn is the final song that plays in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GCN, the GameCube Nintendo. So
Okay.
the final battle, you and Shadow are Super Saiyans, and you're fighting this giant monster in space, and Live and Learn by Crush 40 is playing in the background, and it is fucking epic.
All right. That was off the top of this dome, everybody. So shout out to Corby for that little nugget there. Big nugget, really. Baba Yetu, Mike says, absolutely. Not to be too spoilery, but a certain boss fight next year, Baldur's Gate 3 against a certain demon has a 10 out of 10 song. Baba Yetu, I think it won a Grammy. Like, it's just it's an amazing song.
What
So
is
shout out
Baba
to someone's like Baba Yetu Yetu Yetinkuni Yet. It's like an African song. Are you gonna play it?
No, I'm gonna look it up though.
Okay.
That doesn't tell me what it's from.
It's from Civ 4. I'm sorry. It's the Civilization 4.
Okay.
It's the intro song. Very famous. Christopher Tin. Awesome song. It's a good song even outside of video games. Virgil's awesome. Here's what Fitzy says. He says, no spoilers, but is it lives or it's lives? Lives! All mortal lives expire. I don't know. I'm assuming this is from Baldur's Gate. Then Mike says, True Souls. And he says, I don't know how to describe the genre other than Disney villain's best song from the movie. Mike says that's 100% accurate. Do you guys have a favorite Disney villain song? Me and my daughter just watched Lion King last night, and he sings, what does he sing there? Like, be prepared. That's what Scar sings. What do you guys like? Do you guys like, what does Ursula sing there? So,
Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Yes, I love that.
That's a good one. That's my favorite.
I love Poor Unfortunate Souls. Yeah, that's right. Katie loves Disney, so you probably know a lot of these, right?
I don't know. I only got Mickey on my sweatshirt.
Nice.
Oh, you know me.
Yeah. You guys got any strong opinions? Adam, I know you're a big Disney guy.
I
I've
haven't seen most Disney movies, honestly. So I don't really know.
Lana Del Rey does the Sleeping
I'm
Beauty
sorry.
song.
I'm sorry. What was that? who does it?
Lana? Is it Lana?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I thought she does the song for Maleficent. Because that's like a Sleeping Beauty movie.
Oh,
Sleeping
right.
Beauty.
Okay.
She does. So she redid it for Maleficent. My daughter refuses to listen to it because it's too scary.
Really?
Sometimes I sing it to her, and she's like, "Nah."
I gotta check it out.
It's very foreboding. Corby, any strong opinions?
I like Hellfire from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a great one.
That's a really good one.
The subject matter is very fascinating. He's basically in love with a gypsy and just sings about it. And he's like this old white man. It's very cool, very weird song. It's terrible, strange guy, nasty guy.
All right, awesome. Let's keep going here. Oh, here. So I asked Mike I knew Mike would have some good opinions on this, some strong opinions. And he did. So here you go. Favorite video game soundtracks that I can immediately think of. Omori. Corby, what is that? I don't know what that is.
I think it's like a story-based 2D type adventure game. I've never played it, but I heard it's really good. Never played it.
Mass Effect 1, which I think is leagues ahead of 2 and 3. I agree because I don't remember any songs from 2 and 3. Everhood, I don't know what that is. Sonic 1 and 2. Adventure 1 and 2. Station Squares 1 influenced my future taste in music. Corby, you seem like a Sonic aficionado. Do you agree with these takes?
The awesome takes. Those are some of the best musics in the Sonic franchise.
Hell yeah. To the Moon. That's a great call out, Mike. A little indie game with a great soundtrack. Red Dead 2. Probably good, right? Corby again, I think. I don't know.
Never played Red Dead 2. Too boring.
All right. and Valhalla, cyberpunk bartender action. Do you guys have any? What do you get about the rest of you guys? Do you guys know what any of these are, or any opinions on these?
No.
I played Valhalla because Mike recommended it, and it's very good.
How's the soundtrack?
I don't remember it.
Okay, Adam, how's the soundtrack for Call of Duty or whatever you play?
Honestly, it's horrible. There's this really bad song that plays when you're in the lobby waiting to join a game. It's hideous. It's so bad. I keep forgetting to just turn the music off because
how's the sound work in general though? Like the sound effects. Do you think they're all well done? Oh, really?
No. I mean, I don't know. There was an issue with the first update for this new game where like the footsteps were like too quiet or something, and like they just always have some sort of issue going on.
Yeah.
Fun game, but yeah, they're also using a lot of AI stuff.
Oh, well, speaking of AI stuff, here we go. Mike says no more AI stuff, please. He's just joking. He's joshing.
I think he forgot a comma in here. So,
More
so,
AI.
I think we're gonna go with more of that.
What do you think here, Chris? What do you think Fitzy says here?
For Christmas, I want to make a bet. I bet that I will finish ahead of Brandy in Yahoo points by the end of the year.
I said I'm in. I said I'm in. That's how I
Wow.
said.
We'll see. We'll get into it, I guess, next week maybe.
Probably not great because Fitzy's score. But anyways, I'll take these the Chris Colby ones.
Oh, shit.
I want Santa to bring me a championship.
He didn't.
It turned out to be false.
Sea Shanty 2 is the best.
I don't know where Sea Shanty 2 is from.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh.
No, Sea Shanty
No,
2
it's
is
not.
from RuneScape.
Oh,
It
it's
is
from
definitely
RuneScape.
RuneScape.
Oh, it's like
Okay. Well, coming from somebody, he knows RuneScape more than any of us. I
Hell
believe.
yeah.
I'm 5 booms, sure. And he also said,
I know it's very hard to pick me over Chris P, but let me lay it out for all you guys. I've been playing playoff games ever since week 7. But did I beat week 7? That's right. Chris P. Every week has been must win for me, basically. I've gone 8-1 in that stretch, and it's time to add one more to that. Team of Destiny, let's come.
You know, I know
Wow.
we already kind of spoiled that he lost, but this comment, like before the games, it really convinced me. I was like, oh, he's right. Like he went 8-1 since week 7. He could win. He didn't. Chris, why don't you close it out for us here with a surprise comment?
Yeah, this is my first comment of no. Yes. Alexander Madison, league winner. Something I believe in.
I don't know, man.
Something I trust in. Coker's sitting. Madison's playing.
He's got to compete with Abdullah Oblongata.
Yeah, that guy sucks. I bought a signed jersey one
Yeah,
day.
I was gonna
Remember?
say, what do you mean? You have a
When he was on the Lions, or what?
Yeah, it was the Lions. Yeah,
I remember it was like I think it was like
Rookie
his
year.
first game. He had like didn't he have like an 80-yard touchdown like
Yeah, in
really
the
early in the
preseason.
season?
Yeah,
I think it was regular season. It
Oh,
was
was
sick,
it?
and
I think we were at your house watching it,
Chris was all over. He was like, "I gotta get this guy's jersey."
and I did. I worked at Buffalo Wild
It
Wings,
was the
and
best
then
play
I
of his career.
sold it the day after.
Did you actually?
I did sell. Yeah,
Oh. All right, shout out to Amir Abdullah, one of many disappointing Lions running backs. No longer the case, but used to be the way how it was. So thankfully we can close the mailbag. It was only 35. It felt like 50 or more. So great work, everybody. And that does it for the mailbag. And next we can look at the games coming up this week. But before we do that, so there was some go ahead and do it up. So yeah. Consolation bracket highlights outside of the championship. There are the two big games. First up, we got in the consolation bracket. Chris Cloud versus Mike here in and they were fighting tooth and nail. This was probably the closest game in the entire week. I think is this closer than you and Brandy probably. Did you guys end up being a little close?
no,
It's
I
probably about the same.
this one was a bit closer, I think.
Yeah, it's about the same. Both about 11. So it was a close one, but they were both high scoring. It was a good game. Chris inches out on top. So well done. Always hurts to have a good week after having a bad week. Both of these guys had bad weeks last week that knocked them out of the playoffs. So well done. Shout out to Tank Dell for Mike finally going off in the first week of consolation, and Debo too. All these guys who just been shitting on Mike's team. They were really like, we got one more go, guys. Come on. Anyone have any thoughts about this matchup?
Tank Dell unfortunately destroyed his leg on the play that he scored the touchdown. So he put it all on the line, and he's going to be out a while. Yeah, I mean, Sergeant Penis, he led his troops to victory.
yeah. I thought Mike was gonna be a top 2 team earlier in the season, and it just didn't pan out that way.
Yeah, he was definitely the hotness early in the season, but
even then, I mean,
Yeah,
to end up like this, I mean, these 2 scores, big game.
Yeah, I mean, different week. There, these teams have a possibility of going to the championship, but unfortunately, that's not the way that fantasy playoffs work. And they lost the first week, and that's just the way it is. Losers.
Now look at this here. We got a big score. If Fitzy was here, he'd say, "Oh, this is the second highest score in league history." It's definitely top 5. It might be the biggest. I'm not good at that. I could probably look in the past at past episodes where Fitzy has said what the top ones
I
are.
can try to check really quick. There's a record book.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Hit that.
So, let's see here. Single week all time 245.86. Week 14, season 2013 by In Tebow We Trust.
All right.
11 years.
Colin?
So that was like, I guess maybe, I guess was that in the 12-team era? Because that was what, year 3?
I don't think I was. I don't know if I was in the league that year.
Well, this is year 12, and I feel like
2013 was the first year.
Was it?
Because it's the lowest.
I guess it's 2025
as far back as it goes.
And I know this is the 12th year. All right, so I guess this was the 18 era. So yeah, not as impressive. But this must be like second right there,
must
right?
Be second then, yeah, because this is only a point less.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Oh,
hold on a second.
Oh shit!
You're trying to run the history.
We're about to get the answer.
So
there's been a break in.
So, Colin, you're asking, is this the second highest we've seen in the consolation bracket?
No, second highest all time.
So I will say this is the highest we've ever seen in the consolation bracket. Corby, this beats out you in 2023. So just a year ago, you put up 205 points on Chris P in the consolation bracket. Let this not be a preview of what we have to see this week, Chris. You lost in this one 205 to 120, an 85-point swing.
Huh.
And it is actually also the highest points total we've ever had in a meaningless game, beating out also Corby, who in 2014, a full 10 years ago, put up 237.81 on bye.
Wow.
This was, of course, Chris Beck's fantasy, the unstoppable team, put up 237.8 against nobody. You had 3 wide receivers that we can look it up thanks to Cash's new update. My notes here say that you had 3 wide receivers score over 30 points against nobody.
That's hot.
Now, Colin, you're asking, is this the highest points total we've ever had, period? And that is, of course, a different answer. Colin, you have scored more than this once, and we almost tied. I beat out you for the second highest ever. So you had previously been number 1 and 2, where I had been number 3 right behind you. You scored 245 in 2023 in week 14 to beat Mike Bekonowitz and make it into the playoffs. You faced him the very next week in the playoffs and knocked him out when you scored 244.04 points.
Wow.
So in the first week there, highest ever, week 14, you had 5 players go over 25, including the Kansas City defense. LaShawn McCoy put up 217 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, really putting Mike in his place. And then the next week, Jamal Charles is a running back, ... who scored 4 receiving touchdowns on a Sunday in 2013, is my notes on that game.
Yes.
So
that was Jamal Acosta, right?
Yeah. Yep. The Jamal Acosta week 15, 2013. That's a good Mike's memory right there. And then, of course, the next highest after that was myself. The highest ever in the 12-team league is myself and myself now. But it's Corby week 16 when I beat you to make it into the finals, I believe, as yourselves, when I put up 243 against your 147.
Wow.
You fucking destroyed me.
Well, you had like 3 2-hundo burgers that whole playoff run, or at least 2.
It was a good run. It was a good run. And, I like to say my team, it peaks at the right time. You can put an asterisk on that because you might say the right time is a couple weeks earlier to, make the playoffs. But my team's peaking at an okay time.
Adam, thanks for looking at the record book because it alerted me to the fact that right now, Corby, you have the record for highest season average per game score of any team all time. Is that right?
Is it this season? Is it this season?
Well, It has average and then all time, so it's hard to.
Okay.
It's hard. It's worded confusingly.
I've got some advanced stats on this, Colin, and we don't have to get into it today. But I think that what we should really be looking at is points over league average per year, because of course, the average points for in 2013 was 2,133 in 8-team league. Just 2 years later, we're up to 12. It's our first year in the 12 team. It's down 230 points for the year on average. So I think we should be looking at variance compared to the league average each year is how I'd like to think about things.
Well, maybe next week, hopefully you can join us and maybe bring those numbers once the season's over, and we can see who's not to put any pressure on you.
I think next week should be about celebrating the great things we've seen this year. We'll save some history deep dives for next year, perhaps.
So be it. So that was the. Go ahead, Corby.
That was Tyler versus Sean. No, but mostly though, it's and again, this is indicative of Tyler's season. He's still putting up 170 points and getting absolutely wrecked. Even the consolation bracket. I know that Cash is looking at this and just fucking shaking his head like a madman.
Well, so I was gonna say, and who knows how long this league will be around. But we saw a lot of 40, 50. What was the highest score this season? Was it Jamar? Was it one of his games? I know he had a bunch.
Yeah, almost.
Did he have a 60?
Yeah, a 61 or something.
So if in another planet or something, Marvin Harrison had a 60-point game, Sean would be touching 300. Do you think in 20 years, we will ever have a 300? There won't be a burger. It'll be I don't know what it'll be. One of those big sandwiches at the restaurant that they take a picture of when you eat it. Do you think we'll ever see a 300? Empanada or whatever.
I don't know about empanada. I was gonna say I don't think we'll ever quite get to the filet mignon level. I do think obviously a 250 is this would be a good long-term bet. Are we going to see a 250 in the next 2 years? I would say no. I would say no to that. But you're right to say, Colin, that we are trending back up after quite a few years of some downward scoring.
I just want to see all the stars align for 1 week, and everyone is in 30s, and then one person blows up. It could happen, but it didn't happen this week. Instead, you only had 244.88, so that's okay, I guess. Good, well done. Good job. Unfortunately, didn't mean much. So let's look at some games that meant something. As we look at the games that matter, here we have Corby versus Brandy. Now this one, this was let me see who I know I locked this in. And Fitzy locked it in. Corby, you did not lock this one in. You must have smelled something in the air, smelled something cooking at your guys' house over there, because there were times in this past week where it was looking close. Corby, why don't you walk us through how it was?
I mean, yeah, it was very close. I feel like if you look at the middle of Brandy's roster and you see Jonathan Taylor with 42 points, he went absolute beast mode. We were just sitting on the couch watching, and every time he had a long run, Brandy would just stare at me, and I would just stare at the screen in disbelief. And I was like, "This is it! It's happening again. I'm going to lose in the semifinals of fantasy football and not make the championship again." And I'm an ultimate choke artist in this respect. However, Jalen Hurts got hurt. And I feel like if this doesn't happen, then I don't win. Honestly, I honestly feel that way. So shouts out to Jalen Hurts for getting hurt. And shouts out to Bucky Irving also for not fumbling the ball 3 times and then getting benched or something. I feel lucky, and I feel like it's indicative of the lucky season that I've had. I missed a lot of injuries all season long, and that's really it. Brandy, great season, great run here. You scored again, the highest that you've scored again in the past 5 or 6 weeks, and we'll see where things wind up with you next season.
I think, Corby, your team underperformed a little bit this week, which is always, all things considered. Usually you're putting up pretty good numbers. Everyone was just kind of average this week, right? It was just only the 2 over 20s were your quarterbacks, right? So that makes me nervous because it's always a rebound for you. I'm thinking I'm not feeling so good.
I definitely think the better team won, but Corby, I think if you have another week like this, you're in trouble. Your guys gotta step up, man. This is the playoffs. You got to have some 20, like Chris said, the only two guys over 20 are your quarterbacks. I mean, it's not going to work. Not going to work. And then Malik Neighbors is banged up, might not play.
Don't worry, I got somebody waiting in the wings for him.
Not good.
We'll get into that matchup soon. Fitzy, if you want to say anything about this matchup, but before that, how was your Christmas, Fitzy?
Christmas was great. I was a little bit prepared for you to ask me why do boys play games, but of course I was late. And I was late because
We didn't anybody.
Adam.
Well, I'll give my answer because I've changed my answer, even though I don't think I've ever answered it on the pod. I've changed my answer because, I was late to the pod here for the exact reason why I play the game now, and it's to see that smile on my daughter's eyes.
Wow.
Just this morning, we had our first real call and response where I was going poop, and I would poke her in a different spot and just tickle her, and she was smiling every time I poked her, and that doesn't sound like too much fun of a game to you all, I'm sure, but that was the best game I've ever played. So shout out to Eva. I'll post some baby pictures to actually put up here after, because I'm a dad who loves showing baby pictures now. Corby and Colin, don't worry, it's not going to be that poop video I sent you.
We'll blur the face though. Don't worry.
That's right. You have a legacy now. Also, you have someone who's looking for you to be to be their hero. So you really need to step up your fantasy game. You did that this week, so well done. Also, maybe Eva will inherit the team one day. So it's up to you to keep the gears oiled or whatever.
That's true. By the time she inherits this team, the buy-in for this league will be less than the price of a Big Mac. I guarantee that. That's where things are going. So I'm in it for a bit. But I guarantee she will be a football fan, and I pray to God she will not be a Jets fan. My notes on this matchup before we move on real quick was that it's at least nice for Brandy. I don't know if this is nice or if it hurts more, that the optimal matchup, and Adam, I know you've got some things to say about this later, but Brandy's optimal lineup would not have won by a fraction of a point. I think she would have been a quarter point too short if she had put Tyler Algier in over Patrick Taylor, which, only if she wouldn't have done that. But also putting Mason Rudolph in over Jalen Hurts, you wouldn't have done it. So knowing that even if you had done just the right backflips, you still would have lost. I don't know if that's comforting or not, but I thought that was interesting that it was so close.
Yeah, it really was. I actually hadn't looked at I kept track of all the optimal lineups in the regular season. I did not look at it for this matchup. Didn't realize that. For me, that would make me feel a little better, honestly, because there's nothing worse than, especially in the playoffs. For example, in the 2 tight end league, Jake had Jonathan Taylor on his bench.
Oh my God.
And he lost because of it. And he was not happy. There's nothing worse than that feeling, honestly, when you fuck up the start sit decision.
And I'm sorry, speaking of on the bench, I don't know if we got into it yet or not, but Corby, you made the gutsy decision to start Brenton Strange, and it was optimal because his 2.2 points was better than Kyle Pitts' 1 catch, 7 yards. What a fraud.
Listen, you don't have to tell me about Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is my new totem. I'm trying to get him on a championship team. That is my goal, is to win a fantasy championship with Kyle Pitts on my roster.
Strange
Congrats has been unlocked. Congrats.
That guy sucks.
All right. And next up, of course, we got Chris P and Chris Colby. This one was close a little in the beginning at times. Chris or one of you guys can probably get more in depth about that, but Chris P came out on top, obviously, by a lot. This one was not close. And I'd be a little scared if I was Corby, as Chris P puts up 182. He had 4 plus 20 scores. So that one's a little intimidating. Obviously, Jaden Daniels lit it up. So well done for him. Josh Allen was feeling the post-engage. Or what was he? He was mad at the Miles Morales voice actor. He got in his head. So he performed poorly out there. What do you think happened out there, Chris?
I think it was a gamble. There's a lot. My team's evolved over these past few weeks. Losing Austin Eckler, I've had to have this weird flex spot where I don't have anyone to put in there. And I don't know. I don't think this guy has ever been proven enough to actually do anything, but we took a chance. We put up what 20-something points the week before. Maybe not that high, but he did pretty good. I'm thinking
He put up 21 points.
21 points. I think a touchdown contributed to that, but I was hoping for it. But I think this has also been around my floor for my team scoring in probably the past like 2 months. So if we can even just recreate this, I think we'll be in good shape. We'll see what happens. But I was definitely nervous going like midday Sunday. I assumed it was kind of over. It looked like Chris was going to take it. And then within like the span of like 1 hour, I had like 3 or 4 touchdowns, which flipped it completely. And then Chris everything went bad for him.
Well, yeah, look at his team. He's got Travis Etienne starting in the lineup. That guy stinks.
Everything went bad.
Quentin Johnston.
Oh,
Not
God.
good. Nick Westbrook-Akina. I know he's got like 9 touchdowns, but come on. Can't start that guy in the playoffs. That's insane.
You tried. Chris tried and failed miserably. You made it this far. I guess it's better than other teams can say, huh?
He made that far, and he went 8-1, right, in the past 9 weeks.
Yeah, not when it matters, though.
Not when it matters.
So I didn't really bring up the picks for that one, but we all picked Chris, obviously, except the coin who picked Chris Colby. And Corby, you locked that one in. You were more confident about that one than your own. I like the humility. I like that you didn't want to jinx yourself, and it worked out in the end. So, well done. As for the final week, well, second to final, the penultimate week, as some would say, I went 2-0. So I ended 50-38 on the year, 10-6 lock of the week. Corby 2-0, 61-27. He's guaranteed a victory here. 12-4 lock of the week. Fitzy 1-1, as Fitzy picked Chris Colby. I forgot that he picked Chris Colby, the team of destiny ?
By approximately 3 p.m. on Sunday, I was feeling pretty good about it. But yeah, Chris P ran away.
Right. Well, I obviously the end result was bad, but we were reading the comments earlier, and Chris Colby's comment about how he's performed. He's gone 8-1 over the past 9 weeks. I get it. But you went 1-1, 57-31.
Also, I locked him in, and then I later made the comment saying Destiny dead because I had no idea he was going to keep this Thursday guy in his flex. Terrible.
Inexcusable. 12-4 lock of the week. Fitzy goes, so he ties with Corby. Coin 1-1, perfectly balanced. 42-46, or I should say Chip, really. 42-46 on the season. 8-8 lock of the week. So there we go. Only 1 to go. So that is it for the record check. And here is the standings updated. You can see here all these matchups going on. There's a third place game going on we didn't really talk about. Do you guys just want to make any predictions without looking at it? Do you guys think
I'll say this. I'll say shout out to Sergeant Penis for winning the 5th place game. He scored the 2nd most points in the league this week. Sergeant Penis could have been making it to the finals had he not slipped up against Brandy.
Yeah, the Penis ran into some trouble.
I think Brandy wins and gets on the pedestal. That's my prediction.
Totally agreed. Chris Colby, fantasy, Destiny, dead.
Something I'm noticing. Does this mean I came in last technically? Because
don't worry, Adam. The adjusted rankings will fix you. It'll work things out for the losers bracket.
I came in last.
The losers bracket does not matter.
Yes, technically you did come in last.
I came in last. Dude.
From first to last, bro.
Yeah, great band, man. It's also my reality in fantasy. It's bullshit, man. I don't even know what to say.
All right.
All right, let's move on to everyone's favorite recurring segment. Adam is gonna shit on all of us for all of the points that we've left on our bench all season long. Let's hear it. Adam presents regret points with Adam.
Okay, how do I share my screen? wait,
all right. At the bottom, there's a button with an arrow in the box.
Present now. Can you guys see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yep.
Okay, so this is basically just where I kept track of all the regret points during the season. I tracked everyone's total points they scored and then their optimal points if they played the perfect lineup. A couple quick fun facts. On the year, we scored a total 24,042.72 points. It's quite a lot of points. The highest scoring week 8, 1,880.71 points. Good work, everybody. There was no buys that week. So everyone had like all their players going. One other fun fact, Chris, Pat Node, you had a stretch from week 8 through week 14, 7.5 regret points, 7.4, 4.5, then 3 in a row with 0.
Wow.
And then 10.3. Great work.
That's why we got here.
Great work. All right. So these are the total, what I like to call kill myself points here. And so earlier in the season, you'll notice there's kind of like 3 tiers here where there's like this group from Mike through Corby, and then there's another group, Cash through Chris, and then Taylor's all the way down here by himself, like way below everybody else, because he really didn't have any good players on his bench, like ever. So, it can be a little misleading where like it looks like Taylor was like always making the right choices, but in reality, he just didn't have any good options besides like the guys in his lineup. Earlier in the season, I was shitting on Mike a little bit in the YouTube comments for leaving so many points on his bench, and sure enough, he led the league in kill myself points. He had 274.73, an average of 19.62 points that he left on the bench every single week, and I was right behind him. So I guess I shouldn't have been talking so much shit. 267.98. There's a little cluster here with Colin, Fitzy, and Corby right around the same amount. And then Cash, Chris Cloud, Eric, Brandy, Chris Colby, Chris Patnode, all in the same little cluster here. So ultimately, I mean, it doesn't really tell you that much. Obviously, no one's going to start their optimal lineup all the time. And a lot of times the better teams are simply going to have more regret points because they have good players on the bench. And then there's teams like Taylor who has no good bench players. But I will say, Chris Patnode, man, you right here, you were 12-2. You would have been 11-3 if everyone had set their optimal lineup every week, if everyone's matchup was with the optimal lineups. And you were second in total points, second in optimal points. I mean, you pretty much, I don't know what the hell you did. Maybe you can share some insights, but you pretty much made the right starting roster decisions more often than not. Pretty much better than anybody else.
A great point that I'm going to sit with for a while. I don't know, man. I don't know why anything changed. If you guys recall, like midway through the season, it was like Chris for some reason is winning games, but is scoring like 112 points, and that was like majority of my first season, half of the season wins were because I was just winning because the other team was losing so bad.
Right.
And then the past like 7 weeks have just everything's changed completely, and my team is just scoring is just going off, and I don't even think I made any changes. That's the kicker. It looks good. I have no one on the bench. One of my better players, Austin Eckler, was scoring pretty consistently 15 points a game. He's gone, but we're still Jamar Chase started showing up.
Yep.
I think that was big.
Sure.
That wasn't bad. Jerry Jeudy, took a gamble on him. Last week wasn't so hot, but he's been putting up. So I don't know. I still think I got a little bit more on the lucky side.
I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, you were I don't know what you were doing to make your roster decisions, but I would keep doing it in the future because you kind of beat out everyone in terms of combination of having a good record and not having really any regret points.
Adam, before you stop sharing, can I ask for one final analysis on this? I'd like a dual sort. So first sort column G from high to low, and then column D after that. So this is going to be our what would have happened if our league was best ball standings.
Right. So this would have been the playoffs here. Corby, Chris P, Mike Box, Fitzy, Brandy, Colin.
Colin, I don't know about you, but I would like to propose a change to our rules maybe next year. I don't know how you feel about this.
What's the rule?
Best Ball League 2025, baby.
Oh, Absolutely not.
Come on, of course not.
Honestly, like, you know, if you guys remember, like week 1 when I didn't play Juwan Jennings,
Yeah.
like that, I would have been in playoffs. Period. I would be in
Yeah, I
playoffs,
mean-
but no, I can't be. You know, it's my own fault.
I mean, you can look to any particular matchup and say, you know, like, well, if I did this or if I did that. In the ends,
I just dropped.
you know, it's a short season and there's a lot of variance, and you know, it's tough. It's a tough game, man. It's a tough game. I will, before I close up here, a quick comment, Eric. Your team fucking sucked, man, all year, dude. Look at this, so bad, so fucking bad, bro. Way less points than everyone else. Like,
God.
less than Taylor, less than all these teams, man. You hate to see it. Anyone have anything else? Anyone have any questions, comments? Want me to sort anything else?
Brandy really snuck up there, huh?
Yeah.
Brandy didn't really kill it in points.
No.
But yeah, he snuck into the playoffs.
Yeah, the two things I felt like I said every week, Chris, was, I was shitting on Chris's team early in the year because what you just said. Like I was like, Chris doesn't deserve to be like 6-1 or whatever you were. His team sucks. And
I did not deserve to.
Right, but then to close the year, I was like, yeah, I was wrong. Chris's team is nasty. And then the other thing I'd say every week is Brandy would just continue to win, putting up like 130 points, and I was just very just flummoxed.
That's
Very
the game
frustrated.
sometimes.
And that is the game. That's the game, and I accept it. I don't want to do best ball. I want that. So yeah, so well done, Adam. We always appreciate this segment. It's one of the best
course.
segments of the year.
It's fun to keep track all year. And honestly, I will say I was getting progressively more angry with myself as the season went on, because it started like the first half of the year. I was like down here, like in this group, and then it just like got worse and worse. And then, like, if I kept track of a couple more weeks, I surely would have passed Mike here. Yeah, I don't know. Got to figure it out.
Have you looked at this like based on how people drafted and how many, like, price wise? Because I feel like if you're drafting a lot more middle of the road guys, which some of these teams did, you're gonna have a lot more on the bench, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of how I drafted, which I don't like to do. And this was just a weird year, yeah. And like I drafted a lot of mid-range guys, and you know, a lot of times I was deciding between two guys that are basically projected for the same amount of points, and it's like I just would literally always get it wrong. So
yeah,
it was pretty frustrating.
We're still trying to find that balance. I know Fitzy had a kind of one of those kind of charts maybe one year, like, or was it just specifically $1 guys?
It was what should you be doing toward the end? Yeah, it's do you care about getting how many $1, $2 type players?
Right.
It had ranges.
Right. But the more of those guys you get, you were probably going more higher price early in the draft. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a question we're all still trying to answer. I've made a few. Maybe I'll bring one next year, but I usually have one per year. Yeah, well done, Adam.
Hell yeah.
I got one quick final note for you, Adam, because after you said it, I had to get the stats. Eric finished as the lowest scoring league member in 5 of 14 weeks. More than 1/3 of the time,
wow.
Eric was the lowest scoring team in our league.
Here, we can look at it here too if you want. And
yeah, pile on.
Yeah, Eric, he had just looking at him near, like right by each other. This stretch here, he had week 10 through 13, 68.6, 104.64, 87.26, 104.98.
Week 1 was a premonition.
That's pretty tough. That's a pretty tough stretch right there.
That is fucking deplorable right there. That's horrible.
that is deplorable.
Pathetic.
Another great word. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening in.
Thanks for bringing it along, as always. Really love that shit. It's very fun when you're on the right side of it.
Yeah.
All right. Continuing on, we got Transaction Watch. Yeah, I didn't really look at these since I'm not really in it anymore. So Corby did these. So let's see what we got looking at. Corby, you're a big player here, so why don't you talk about some of these?
Yeah, I mean, I basically held on to my butt and hoped on Tuesday evening that I would wake up with one fresh Chico Conquo on my roster, and there he was. And so Santa blessed me with a Chico Conquo on Christmas morning, and now I've slotted him as my starting tight end for this week, and I'm absolutely fucking petrified. Fitzy gets in here, picks up the Indianapolis Colts defense. Really great pickup here for whatever he's got going on in the losers bracket.
Okay, so this is the third defense I've got on my roster because who cares at this point? And not shown here because you recorded last Tuesday. You didn't get to talk about last week's waivers. Did you not see what I put down in last week's waivers?
I was about to bring that up. I don't know what you put down, but I was about to say that this doesn't have the Michael Penis.
No, I spent $29 on Atlanta D.
Yeah, and then they
scored 29 points.
They scored 29 points.
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah, I just know that.
I was hoping you would discuss the ethics of $29 for a defense, but
It's your money, dude.
Hell yeah.
Spend it how you want to spend it. I don't care.
It is funny. That is funny. They put up 29 points for $29. And speaking of the ethics, Brandy did not really have a quarterback going into this playoff game. They ended up playing Aiden O'Connell, I think, is the second quarterback after Kirk Cousins was Kirk, or who was it that was like ruled out? Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins was benched.
Kirk was benched, yeah.
So then I put down 5 on Penix and I got him. It like Fitzy says, it stirs up ethical questions. I know it's been discussed here a few times. Chris, do you have any thoughts about teams not being in the playoffs, continuing to make bids, stealing players away from players such as yourself who are still in playoffs?
I cannot talk about any waiver wire decisions. I spent quite a bit this year on a guy that I probably started once.
Isaiah Likely or Alexander Madison, or what was that?
It was Isaiah Likely. I think I spent close. Oh, geez. I think that was like $70 first week.
Right.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, we
I
definitely
appreciate it. No, yeah. I recall the ripping and warranted.
Right.
Well, I've gotten lucky. I've gotten lucky in the past where big money on the guy that blows up first week does well for me. Not this time.
So I think the other guy you blew your fab on week 1 was Alexander Madison. Have you just hung on to him all year?
What was it Madison as well?
Okay, it was 51 on Isaiah Likely week 1 and 38 on Alexander Madison week 1, leaving you with only $11 that you spent on Andre Yoshivas 2 weeks later. So
and dropped him too. Yeah, it's been a very unproductive
players there.
waiver wire. I didn't build this team on the waiver wire. I have been going at it with $0 pretty for a long time. But Madison, yeah, I may have dropped him and picked him back up again. I don't recall if he's just been around. He's there if I need him. I think I've kept him.
Yeah.
League winner.
So you just drafted extremely well. One of the strongest 2 tight end flexes this league has ever seen in George Kittle and Trey McBride. Right up there with Brandy this year, with Jonas Smith and Brock Bowers. We didn't really talk too much about it in that matchup, but they both did very well. So Fitz Corby, how's Chig looking this week? Is this who you're starting?
He's my guy this week.
All right, he could be the X factor, huh?
Yeah, he could be the full you tight end of next year, where he like blows up at the end of the year. He's really good, and then he's like drafted too high in the 2 tight end league, and he sucks.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see. He's an athletic freak. I like him. I guess he's better than the other ones.
Need another 80-yard touchdown. He had one a couple weeks ago.
All right.
Yeah, thank God. Please, God.
All right, name change breakdown. Let's look at who's changed their names. Corby, why don't you take the wheel for this one?
Yeah, you give your throat a break while I give you guys some magic here. We had load blown, Destiny Dead from Chris Colby as we say goodbye to him. Abstinence never fails is the photo. Is this something that I've seen before? This feels like
Yes, this is just like when Brandy brought back the clown picture this year. I like when someone dips back into their old bag of Yahoo photos because they're like they're out of the picture or they're just feeling dead, right? One of the two. He's both. You just scroll through your old Yahoo pictures until you find one. You're like, yeah, that'll work. Abstinence. That's me right now. So what I like about this one is it's load blown, Destiny dead. The uppercasing of special words here really speaks to me. So I'm a big fan, but I don't control the boom meter, Corby.
Yeah, I am merely a vessel for the boom meter. I don't also control it. I get astral projections from the Rizzler himself. So with that in mind, the Rizzler is telling me this is a 5 boomer for my friend Chris, as we say goodbye to him for the final time this season. Sorry, I hit the wrong one, so I had to do the 5 big booms. Kansas City Chiefs from Adam B. Love this name. Love this team. I realize that like at least 4 people on your bench are Kansas City Chiefs, Adam. You're sticking to the shtick this whole season. I respect it. I respect the hell out of it.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I got pretty much the whole team right now.
And this is about putting it into the record books, because when you go back and you look at history, which is now a great feature of our league, it's just going to be there for every matchup. You want to see Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I need to know, did you Photoshop this? How did you get a red Yahoo logo?
Are you not aware of the Yahoo default images? If not, you must scroll through them.
Let me tell you one button I've never clicked is default images on Yahoo.
See, there is a plethora of default images that you could make your team logo, and some of them are just very zany and random sauce type of thing. And so if you go to the little team logo section, they have one of these for every team. And you can just hover over it and it'll tell you, this is the Chiefs and this is the Jets and this, you know what I mean? Like,
wow, that's so
they have other cool emoticons and things to really express yourself, you know what I mean? And really put your personality on a page.
I thought this was on the ESPN, but the reason I thought I don't know, are any of you in an ESPN league?
No.
Okay, let me just rant for a quick second because my college leagues are still in ESPN. Every time I want to change my team picture, I can't just upload one. Yeah, they've got like all these zany photos. You can see it's sharks wearing different football helmets, different letters. Yeah, but if I want to upload my own, I need to host it on a different website. Like I'm uploading to Imgur and then like adding .jpg to the end of the URL. Like I'm the only one in the league with a custom picture because nobody else knows how to. It's like awful. So get off of ESPN if you're on it.
That's +1 for Yahoo.
Yeah. Plus, they don't have an ESPN points.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I dipped from, as you can see here in the screenshot, I dipped back into gold.
It's tough.
Man, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
In Yahoo, at least.
Well, there's a chance I get back to, what is it, platinum?
We were diamond at one point, but you could get back up to platinum, sure. You're still right there. It's not too far.
Yeah. We'll see. Not gonna get my hopes up.
What else we got? Oh, that was all the name changes. We got 2 of them. I'm sure we'll have some after this week.
Yep. All right. Yahoo comments of the week with some bonus content from one of our guests. I pulled a couple of these from some of the playoff teams here. Trey McBride, I haven't looked at him all season. This guy hasn't scored a touchdown yet. This season's crazy. Killed my fantasy football season because of this idiot elf QB whose name rhymes with Tyler. That's from Johnny Franchise. Shouts out to Johnny. Yeah, Tyler Murray really screwed Trey McBride over.
I like he writes it out like this, like the Yahoo censors are going to pick him up if he says like the bad word Kyler. That's awesome.
He's got his whole family in his photo too. Really respect it.
Right. Idiot elf quarterback is very topical for the holiday season.
Yes, it is.
Tiny, he's an elf. It's great. Well done.
Good comment. Of course, I had to go back to the well for Kyle Pitts because he's my darling. Alejandro says, top 3 biggest mysteries. Illuminati. What happened to MH378? While Kyle Pitts is still projected for 7 when it should be 3.86.
I think he's going to get some passing yards. Why 3.86? Return yards?
I think just because he sucks.
Yeah,
because he sucks.
Rarely scores more than that.
He had a peaky,
We'll have those 3 weeks in the middle of the season. Where
we'll always have those.
Oh my God.
On Kyle Pitts, really quick, in the offseason, I bet a few season-long bets, and I had Kyle Pitts over 3.5 touchdowns, and he's had 3 touchdowns for like 8 weeks now. and when he got the 3rd, I'm thinking like, oh, he's definitely getting another touchdown in the next like 10 weeks. And he hasn't gotten one yet, and now there's only 2 games left, and he looks worse than ever. Like he's definitely not going to score.
It's going to be Michael Penis. Michael Penis Jr. will help him out. You'll see.
We'll see about that. I don't have much faith.
No, definitely not. Jalen Coker, J-Bone. What's up, J-Bone? He says, pick you up off the streets to replace Lamb. ... Cokeheads, how we feeling?
I told you it's a thing.
I guess it is a thing. And Dr. Winter says, same. He's feeling the same, I guess, or maybe he's saying he picked him up off the waivers. Chris, you're a cokehead, huh? You love Jalen Coker. You should tote him.
I did. I have no strong opinions on him now. He's dead to me.
Oh shit.
That's
Yeah.
a strong opinion.
Oh, you're in recovery.
I'm out of here with that. I'm in recovery. I'm going to the meetings. We're done. We're done with him. Alexander
Forget
Madison.
the 1 year chip. I hope you win a championship this week. Anyway.
Oh my God, Fitzy. We miss having you here regularly. These ones are from Adam. Adam, I don't know if you want to read them. If you want me to read them, I'll do it.
Okay. So, quick note on these. These are from the Yahoo Sports app, not the Yahoo Fantasy app. On the Yahoo Sports app, it's what I use just to, like, look at box scores, like, while the games are going on. And so they recently updated it to include a chat feature, much like on the Yahoo Fantasy app. And so, like, they put the chat button right where the box score button used to be. So, like, I constantly click it on accident. So sure enough, I ended up reading some of the comments. And, you know, the games are on Netflix yesterday. And so Isaiah says, what can I watch the game on? And Don Yu says Netflix. And then Mini Me 4S says Netflix. And then he says Jinx.
Got him.
And then Ronald K says Netflix. And then Tall Landon W says Netflix.
Did you react with the laughing emoji?
No, I did not. I was just a fly on the wall for this.
That's very
But Isaiah, he wasn't done. He was not quite done. And Isaiah says, yo, what is NFLX? And John T says Netflix. And Skip says Netflix is an overrated streaming service that has mostly crap. And Mini Me 4S comes back and says owned by Obama. So what I think happened here is in the Yahoo app, it tells you, like, right at the top under the matchup, like, what TV network the game's on, you know, like Fox or whatever. And they must have abbreviated Netflix like this. And Isaiah got pretty confused.
The channel is this NFLX? What is NFLX?
So yeah, he was going through it. Hopefully he figured out how to watch the game.
Thanks to Mini Me for ON by Obama. ON.
This comment section for this game, I found these when I was trying to find comments. Everyone kept talking about this guy JM. He must have been talking trash or something about this, like, Steelers fan talking trash, because everyone's like, JM, like, fuck you, JM. Like, JM's never coming back here. Like, but I couldn't find any comments from JM. It's like they got deleted or something.
Right. I love when comment sections have lore. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
thing.
I scrolled so far, and I couldn't find what they were talking about. So, but I found that, so I was cracking up.
I think
deleted himself because he's a baby.
I think Jameson Williams' rookie year, which was what, 3 years ago now, or maybe 4. I don't know, what was it.
I think
there was someone named David on there who was just talking a ton of shit. To this day, if you go to Jameson Williams' Yahoo thing, you will see. I mean, I haven't looked this year much, but I'm sure you'll find lots of people saying "fuck you, David." They won't say that.
The censors.
But I just love Yahoo. Or I love Yahoo comments with lore.
Where these people hang out. It's very funny.
Speaking of Yahoo comments with lore, Corby, the next slide here, you might need to stop sharing and then share again. I'm not sure how it works when we're in slide. Yeah, slide 25.
Moment, please. Oops. Where's my presenter?
Oh, I see. Thank you, Fitzy.
The slideshow button, maybe? No?
What the Sigma? Hold on. Where is it? Slideshow. Yeah, the big slideshow button. Fucking duh.
All right, so speaking of comment sections with lore, I knew
he started tonight.
I know, and I like, as soon as he was back in, I knew I had to go and see what my boys in the Yahoo app were saying about Kelly Olynyk. So if you don't know, Kelly Olynyk is well known in the Yahoo app community as the lunch lady, because he has kind of a slicked back man bun, kind of looks like he's wearing a hairnet. And in his first game back, it says 59 minutes ago because I took the screenshot a while ago. Ruben. I wasn't sure what to expect as I entered the cafeteria, but there she was, looking as radiant as ever. It had been months since I'd seen her, my lovely lunch lady. As she usually does, she saw me and instantly started flirting, biting those sexy lips of hers. The usual, she asked, seductively. I said, yes, that's why I'm here. She served me up the perfect combo. 3 of 3, and 4 of 4 from the field in 3 throws, and 4 rebounds. And sugar, she whimpered. I threw in 2 steals on me. Mwah. My heart melted. She was back.
When was this? Did they delete
This
it?
was his very first game back from being injured this year. It was
Well,
like
that was for like a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
weeks ago. Yeah.
that's really funny.
I don't own him, and I'm still searching Kelly Olynyk like once every other week at least.
I like how they really got this like the Kelly Olynyk stat line. Like you know what I mean? Like 4 rebounds, 2 steals. That's such a Kelly Olynyk.
Right?
line.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
This might be the best comment of all time.
Yeah, it's right up my alley, man.
The
It's
fighting
great.
lip emoji is killing me, dude. That is so funny. Incredible. Thank you, Fritzy. Oh, and this one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is really funny. Go ahead.
People in the Yahoo comments, they're allowed to be mean. They're anonymous people on the internet. But read what Roto World said about Drew Lock in its entirety. I'm just going to skip to advice. Lock is expected to start against the Cowboys in Week 17, and this injury report shouldn't scare away fantasy managers. What should scare fantasy managers away is that he's Drew Lock.
Oh.
Roto World, man, savage, love it.
Jeez.
Chris, are you a big connoisseur of the Yahoo like comments and do you ever peruse the?
I peruse them quite a bit.
How you do?
Quite a bit, yeah.
I'm glad they're well well utilized by everyone. It must have been well utilized enough that they added it, like Adam said, to the sports app itself.
Yeah, it's used quite often on there. There's always
Love to
people
see it.
talking.
Love it.
Shit's incredible.
All right, so next up, Fitzy's kind of started this segment a few weeks ago after Eva was born, and I mean it was a one-time thing, but this isn't actually starring me, and well, not me, starring my son. So just go ahead and hit next slide. So there's a picture of my son. This isn't the picture. This is just a picture as an example. He was a snowman for Halloween. This is what my son looks like. Okay. All right, go ahead and hit next slide. This is a selfie my son took the other day.
What?
This is a selfie my son took the other day. He took my phone, and I don't know. He knows how to do stuff.
Why does he look so bad?
It's just he doesn't look like, I don't know what possessed him.
He's so scary.
It looks nothing like him. I didn't know at the time, but then I go through my photos and I'm like, did I go to Walmart? Did someone take my that's my infant son. Don't go back real quick. Can you hit the back one? Does it go back a slide? That's his normal. He's a normal looking baby.
So wait, so did he like click the take picture button on accident, or does he know how to like?
I think he kind of knows how to get to it.
Okay.
I mean, he just turned 2. He's not like a.
I don't know
baby.
if he like took a selfie on purpose, or he was just like clicking stuff and like.
I'm sure he didn't take a selfie on purpose, but I'm sure
Right.
I think he got to the he knows how to get to the camera. He
Okay.
knows how to do that.
That's funny,
He
dude.
didn't mean to take a picture, but luckily he did. And yeah, I like to. He said he did this like a couple months ago, but I just sent it to my wife all the time because she hates it.
She hates
I don't know what's going on. So,
Colin, I feel like you've got. I know personally. I know your Yahoo profile picture is the yellow smiley face. If you made this your profile picture, people would assume that it is
this
you.
is me.
And a 40-year-old man.
That's what everyone. That's why I showed this everyone at Christmas, and they were like, "It looks like this is like a 50-year-old man's Facebook profile picture."
This is what I picture everyone who's in the Yahoo comments actually looks like. By the way, like this is just
That's
like
Ruben.
Oh, that is crazy.
the motif. It's awesome.
So I'm not usually one to show pictures of my kids. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just thought it was really funny. This will be his when we buy his space in the yearbook. This will be in there for sure.
Damn, what a crazy thing to say.
So shout out
Adorable
to-
baby.
Yeah, he's looking good there, looking like his old man. Me.
Looking like an old man.
Looking like an old man. All right, so let's jump face first into the finals preview as we look at the championship game, final game of the season. So we did already have the Wednesday games, and we have the Thursday games going on that's not updated here right now. So we do have a little cheat sheet going on here as DJ Moore is doing okay. He's got 7.5 at halftime. That's decent.
He's where he needs to be right now.
Yeah, that's fine. He's in the red, but barely, probably. Yeah, 160. Yeah, so 0.3 under. Yeah. So right now, he's projected to lose by about 5. Chris is.
It's
Means-
3 to 6. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
So who cares? But this is what we got. Okay, it's 2 juggernauts going at each other. Who will be the X factor? Probably Chigakonkwo. Will a 0 kill Corby? 2 awesome teams. Obviously, we've known, or I've been saying it since the regular season was winding down. Was this would be the championship matchup, and it's here. The 1 and 2 seed. 2 great teams. At the end of the day, are you sticking with Denver defense, Corby?
I think I have the Chargers on my bench, and I just have not made that.
Oh yeah. Okay, you do have the Chargers on your bench playing the Patriots. Regardless, I think Corby will win. I think his top guys are top notch. Chris, you've been having a great year. You could easily win, and it won't surprise anybody. But I just feel like top to bottom, I like Corby's team has got a higher point total on the season. Although you've been hotter lately, I'll take Corby. 2 great teams. I'm glad that whoever wins will be a worthy champion. Not every year you can say it. Some people would argue every year you can say that, but I'm salty enough that I will not say that. So I'll take Corby. What do you guys all think? I'm locking it in.
Nice. I think it's gonna be an awesome matchup. Corby had one really good score and one kind of bad score. Zay Flowers. Game right now, not really much is happening. But yeah, so I think it's gonna really just come down to both of you guys have a lot of high ceiling players. Jamar Chase on Chris's team, Achan, Jaden Daniels. Corby's got Bucky and Kyron and Puka and Burrow. It's going to be about whose studs get the job done, I think, Chase Brown too. So it's interesting. I like that Corby's got Burrow and Chris, you have Chase. I think that's a fun little wrinkle to the matchup where if Chase goes nuts, Burrow is
Big
also
Joe's going
nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be a washout to a degree.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it'll be a really good finals matchup, though.
Yeah, Fizzy, go ahead.
Okay, sure. So Corby, I almost want to ask this as a question because I love to start these things with, do you have the guts, right? Kyle Pitts sitting on your bench, projected for a point less than Chigakonkwo. You're just going to keep Kyle Pitts on your bench for Championship Sunday?
Absolutely. He has
Oh, man.
he has not been good in weeks.
You don't have the guts.
Listen,
I
didn't
have
see
the
a lot of
brain
that.
to leave him. I have the brain to leave him on the bench.
So I didn't see a whole lot of this game, but I did see what I thought was Michael Penix deciding he was no longer friends with Kyle Pitts. It doesn't. Yeah, I meant Michael Penix. Yeah, they did not seem to be getting along after Kyle lost them the game, more or less. They won, right?
They did. They did win the game. Yes.
I might be thinking it might be 2 weeks ago. Kyle Pitts lost the game, and Kirk Cousins was mad at him. Listen, I just know that Kyle Pitts, the moment that you're done with him and you're starting streaming tight ends over him, he's going to score 11.3 this week. And I think that's going to be potentially the difference here. Chris P, congratulations. You're my lock of the week.
It's a hot choice.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, who do you have?
I didn't say who I was picking. I think ultimately I'm going to go with Corby just because I think you got a little more star power and guys that could really go insane. So that's what it's going to come down to for me.
I think I'll start, and I'll let the main guest go last, or not the main guest. Sorry, Adam. I'll let the challenge.
He's in the finals, not me. He's in the finals, not me.
I'll let the challenger go last, or I guess we're both challengers, right? So I think it comes down to this, right? We do the Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase wrinkle. We also have the Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin wrinkle.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Of course, to a lesser degree because McLaurin doesn't get as many targets as Chase. He's also not as good as Chase, obviously. But Terry McLaurin also isn't playing against the best cornerback in the NFL, Patrick Surtain. If Denver is smart, they will just tape him to Jamar Chase's back because he's going to be the only one who's going to be able to keep up with them. So that could be a wrinkle. Jerry Jeudy has a DTR throwing to him. DTR is not Jameis Winston, so that's going to limit Jerry Jeudy's output. The DJ Moore thing is going better for him than the Zay Flowers thing went for me, so that is definitely positive on Chris's side. Absolutely, his two tight ends way trump my one tight end, and to a degree, there's a chance that Neighbors doesn't play, which is a huge wrinkle. But my backup plan is one Juwan Jennings. Not that I want to pull out the Juwan Jennings card, but he scored 40 points at some point earlier this year, so maybe he can do it again. I don't know. In my heart, I'm gonna pick I'm picking myself because I'm picking myself because it's the lock of the week. If Chris wins, and I firmly see this as a possibility, I will not be surprised. I will be very salty, very sad. And if Kyle Pitts is the reason that I don't, I will go down the street, I will jump the fence, and I will walk onto the master bike. That will be the end of me. But yes, I'm picking myself. I have to. I have to be confident in my boys. Come on, Bucky. You're playing against Carolina. Like, you got it. You got it.
I think you made good points about that. We do have some fun stuff going on. With Jamar Chase, I'm not too worried about it. He's played against a lot of good corners this year, and it really hasn't slowed him down too much, ultimately. Cincinnati has a lot of targets out there, and I'm not too worried about that specifically, but I'm also like you. I'm not going to be surprised if you win. I'm not going to be surprised if I win. That's how the season's been. If I thought you were going to beat me 2 weeks ago, or was it 3 weeks ago? Some amount of weeks ago, I was pretty sure you were going to win that. That was like our face-off, and somehow I got ahead. So it's just going to happen. If the big guys score, they're going to score, and then I'll win that. Otherwise, I don't know. I pick myself, though.
As you should.
For the same reason.
Yeah, you should do that.
For the same reason.
Lock of the week. Oh, and for the last time, welcome back the chip. Oh God, hold on. The chip is going with whoever is the first on this note. It is going with its co-host me as the lock of the week, the chip of the week. Awesome.
I have fought the chip almost every time, I think. A large majority of chip fighting.
Now listen, I'm currently 0-2 against you this season. Can you make it 3 times? Can I make it 3 times the charm, or can you make it a total sweep? We will find out. We are finding out right now, I suppose. Too scary.
That's right. Say goodbye to previews, because that will be it. The final game. We'll talk about it next week. Hopefully we'll be back. Hopefully Corby can have a big old smile on his face. But as we close out the matchups, we go on to bets of the week. We're going to start out with the old bets. Here's some bets we made last week, everybody. We did who would score more points, even though they weren't playing each other. Chris P versus Corby. I picked Chris. Chris, you outscored Corby by like 30 or something. I think you had like 187 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So well done. We also bet on the Broncos game where the Chargers won by a touchdown. The Chargers beat the Broncos. Corby, what'd you think of that game?
Stupid.
All right.
I saw Sonic 3 instead. Sonic 3 was awesome.
Oh, well done. Good choice. Kyle Pitts versus Tucker Kraft, Corby said.
Oh, fuck this.
A surprising bet by Corby. Tucker Kraft did fine. Kyle Pitts did bad. You did not start him. Well done. And then, so I won that one. And then we bet what our scores would be in 2 tight end, as Corby secured a bye in that week as well, so he was in the playoffs. Unfortunately, he was against Devin's unstoppable machine, who put up 187. Yeah, so you're 158, which is a good score.
He fucking started Tajay Spears. He had 20 points. What the fuck?
He knew. He knew,
such
dude.
Bullshit, dude. It's such bullshit. Also, Jalen Hurts got hurt. I lost in that league, but I won in our league, so in a way, it was worth it. I don't know. Fuck that, though.
Sure. To be fair, he had 27 the week before, so you got to start him when he's hot. He had the hot hand or the hot legs, but I had 170, so I did outscore you that week. So that's 4-0. I needed those wins because I'm sure you're dominating me this year. 4-0 for me. New bets. Corby, how are you not willing to bet on the Broncos and Bengals this week?
I think Cincinnati's gonna win.
All right. That's funny because I think the Broncos are going to win.
Okay.
Let's
Sure.
go.
Emotional hedge. Great.
Did you get any Broncos merch for Christmas?
I did not get any Broncos merch for Christmas. Although Mike got my unborn child a Broncos onesie as a gift.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
That's really
Yeah, I feel bad for
My mom got me a Broncos hoodie.
You don't even like the Broncos.
Yeah, but I don't really talk to my mom anymore. No, I'm joking. We got a great relationship.
You what?
And that's why she doesn't. She keeps getting me Broncos shit. Got any other bets they want to make?
I have one, and
yeah,
actually, it has to do with something we were just talking about. Corby, I'd like to make a bet with you if you're interested. Chiga Conquo, you're starting him, and you have Kyle Pitts on the bench. I say that Kyle Pitts will score more fantasy points than Chiga Conquo. What do you say?
I say that Chigo Okonkwo will score more fantasy points than Kyle Pitts.
That's what I thought you would say. Let's do it.
Okay.
I want Kyle Pitts.
Now it really is gonna happen.
Yeah, I was looking at your teams earlier, trying to, I don't know, maybe get in your heads a little bit about some little start sit decisions. So Chris, for your team, you're starting Jerry Jeudy, who has been very hot, but as Corby mentioned earlier, his quarterback is very, very bad.
Mm-mm.
And you have Demario Douglas on the bench, who very rarely has a spike week, but he consistently gets like 4 catches for like 40 yards. I will say Demario Douglas will have more fantasy points than Jerry Jeudy, if you're interested.
I am starting Jerry Jeudy for a reason.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the Pats matchup. I like
I mean,
Jerry
Jeudy's a
Jeudy
player, but
does not need he does not need Jameis Winston. He does not need Deshaun Watson.
well,
he needs to not have
nobody needs Deshaun Watson.
Not one
For
person.
sure.
He's going to play good. He's a safe option. He catches the ball. He's not catching from Drake May, so I'll take the bet. Boom,
Love it.
locked in. Jerry Jeudy.
Let's go, Demario.
In the same flavor, Chris. I'd like to bet you that Abdullah will outscore Madison this week.
I will take Madison over Abdullah. Both show.
I got a quick round the table bet for anyone who wants to put their name in the middle here. And this is going to be a straight up, because we've never had a megapod before. I bet that my team is going to score more than your team's. So anyone else want to be in the, I think I'm going to score more than everyone else in the pod here bet?
Yeah,
I will say, Fitzy, I looked at your team earlier, and I think you're going to score like a lot a this week.
Heck yeah. I'm trying to continue. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I was
trying
just
to
going to say,
continue.
like, I've already had 6 players play, and like they didn't really do all that well, so I'm going to not take the bet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all my players, my team's not good, so I'm not going to take the bet also.
Okay, so it's
I'm
me versus
scared
the
of
championship teams.
Yeah. I'm not scared, and we need content. I'm in.
I don't expect you to do what you did last week. So
You mean score the second most in league history?
Yeah.
Me neither.
I expect the fall back down to earth. All these players aren't going to go off like that again.
I might drop 40 points week over week and still put up 200. Bring it on.
Yeah. That's why I'm not taking the bet.
Yeah. There was just absurd scores. Every player's getting 20. That doesn't. No. Yeah, I trust in the Throw Rogan 7 or how many there are.
Fitzy, your team is really like, if you made the playoffs, your team would be peaking at the absolute perfect time. Right
That's what he
now.
was saying.
This is truly
It's crazy, man.
It comes down to like a couple of like defense / tight end
Like,
regrets.
All
throughout the
these
year.
guys are just like going nuts lately. Like Brian Thomas and Jameer Gibbs. Like just like you're just gonna score a lot. I think this week.
Thank you, Adam.
Of course, man. I'm sure that makes you feel better being
Yeah.
eliminated.
No, listen, seeing number go up always feels good.
Hey,
I'm
at
trying
least
to
you're
get
not
the opposite
eliminated
way.
and still scoring like 130, like I am. So, with 6 players from the same team in your roster.
Got the stack.
I'd like to make a bet. Did anybody see the Snow White trailer?
No.
Under.
Well, it's coming out in March, so this will have to be a week. I bet we come back to. But I wanted to bet on the Rotten Tomatoes score. 49.5. You guys all won under. All 4 of you.
So you're setting it at now. You're setting it at 49.5.
Well, I'm fine with. I'll leave it if you guys won't take it. But if you guys will take the under at 49.5, then I'll take that.
I'm just wondering what the
I'll take
final
it.
line is going to be.
49.5.
I'm
49
taking
and a
it.
half.
I have one more bet.
Let's hear it.
I targeted one each at Corby and Chris. So, Colin, I'm going to target one at you now. Or it could be targeted at Fitzy, or both. Because it's you guys are playing each other. It's regarding your matchup.
Sure.
And I know Fitzy's team is, it's a lot better, and he's going to score a lot more points probably. But I thought a spread bet could be fun. So,
Yes.
Fitzy, minus 20.5. I would like to take Fitzy minus 20.5. Colin, are you interested in yourself plus 20.5?
Not really. On principle,
Okay.
yes. On
Okay.
principle, yes. I will.
Because that's roughly the projected deficit.
But
right now.
how? Let me look at Kamara. Is he actually going to play? Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think he probably will, but
Oh, really? Because
I think so. I think he's gonna play.
Didn't practice today.
Yeah, tomorrow will be the one that really matters.
Uh,
Tomorrow's practice. I mean, if he does play, they're playing the Raiders. That's probably at least 20 points.
okay. Yeah, I'll take it because just on principle, I have to.
Let's do it. Love
So
it.
I'm down,
Love it.
but nobody else. Just me and Adam. Or I mean, if you want to make the same bet,
Works for me. I mean, if Fitzy wants to also take Colin, but
Colin, you seem not in on it. I'm not going to make you double yourself. 'Cause I would
Thank
take it myself. This one.
Don't
Yeah,
kick me when
yeah.
I'm down.
Love a spread bet. Love a spread bet, though, Adam. Thanks for bringing it on.
hell yeah.
How about Corby and Chris? You guys should just bet on the game.
Yeah, who's gonna win?
Why don't you put your money where your mouths are?
Hold on, even better. How about they don't and we do? I'm going to take Chris. Adam and Colin, do one of you want to take Corby?
I would take Corby.
Let's make it a bet.
Okay.
Let's do it. I love it.
You're right. I shouldn't have forced that on you guys. You're right. Well done. You guys do it.
Now we can reuse the Adam thumbnail where he's the puppet master because I think you've got a bet with
yeah,
everyone.
yeah, I do. Good shit.
Fitzy, I'll make a tight end bet with you.
Okay.
Let's bring back that. Okay. Earlier in the year, we had this great bet when I had I don't know, was it Mark Andrews doing bad? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And you had your motley crew. I think Zach Ertz will outscore Sam Laporta.
Let's do this instead. I think Kyle Pitts will outscore one of those two.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay. If you want to make it an easy-
Why are 2 people on this podcast so horny for Kyle Pitts this week?
Corby, if there's
don't
one
know.
thing we've learned is that some people will just not give up on Kyle Pitts. This is year what? Year 5 or something?
Yeah,
He's
some
gotten
people,
worse every year.
some people who drafted him, the champion contender. But yeah, whatever.
He's become a totem.
I'm curious where he'll get drafted next fantasy football
He
season.
will be $1 next year.
No, he
yeah,
won't.
yeah.
I feel like there's always some sort of off-season like chatter.
Yes.
Where
He's
people are like, we're like this year,
Exactly.
is they got Kirk Cousins and like it's like, oh, like the offense is gonna be better or whatever, and like
The coaches
at
will be
first
like,
it
we're
was
gonna
fine, but now it's gonna be like, all right, Michael Penix, he's gonna have like a couple good games at the end of this season. He's gonna have like a good training camp or something. And
Right.
everyone's be like, oh god,
Training camp will be like, oh, Michael Penix is hyper targeting Kyle.
Yeah, you're
Pitts.
right. Has a great rapport with Kyle Pitts. Like they've been, hooking up for a lot of touchdowns in practice. Like, okay, we got to draft Kyle Pitts now.
And then Drake London will like tear an ACL in the preseason. Like,
Yeah, right.
There's no one else there. It's got to be Kyle.
He's
Pitts.
gonna be the
Who
main
else could it
target.
be? Yeah.
Sure enough, he's gonna have 40 catches on the season and
Yes.
2 touchdowns. And
He'll be an 8th rounder, and it'll or whatever that will translate to here, like $6 or something.
yeah.
And it won't pan out every year. Okay, it's the same song and dance. We'll see who falls victim next year. Is that it? Anyone else want to make another one, or it's not too many?
My wells run dry.
It's fine.
My ideas.
All right. Well, if that's it, then that's it. I want to thank so much for sticking around here, Chris and Adam, and
Sure.
Fitzy for popping on too. This ran a little later than I was expecting, but that's good. I thought, there's only one game to review, or one game to preview, few games to review. Shouldn't last more than, whatever. Looks like we made it up, but I guess it always ends that way. So we'll see how long the final cut is when the Snow White discussion might be moved to the back or something. But I want to thank everyone for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next week because we'll be back. We'll be happy. We'll be sad. We'll see. Before we go though, does anyone have any opinions? Corby, Adam, or Fitzy Fitzy shared his thoughts. Did we talk about why boys play games or?
I mean, I think my answer is probably gonna be the same as it usually is. Man, games are really, really fun. I love to play them. All sorts of games. Can't beat them. I don't really like board games that much. Other games are good though.
You haven't been known to like board games.
There's certain ones I like, but overall,
You like card games? Like,
no, hate 'em. I actually hate card games even more than board games.
Shit.
Really don't like card games.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Don't care for it.
What about carnival games?
Like dart balloon?
I mean, if I can,
Dart.
I can play for free, then sure, but I'm not gonna pay to do something like that.
What about the game where you shoot a basketball into a hoop?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very
That
good.
balloon hoop.
Adam,
Balloon
what
hoop.
about slow burn RPGs?
What about cozy games like Stardew Valley?
Honestly,
What games do you like?
the only video game
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
play
sound like
is
you like
Call of
games.
Duty right now.
It's
I
odd.
like Soul Calibur. I like Call of Duty, and I like Grand Theft Auto.
I
And
like
I
ping
like
pong.
fantasy.
Ping
I like
pong.
ping pong. I love
That's a
ping
good
pong.
one.
I like fantasy football. I like all fantasy sports, basketball, baseball. I played fantasy hockey one time. Didn't really care for it.
Mm.
Yeah. I love games.
Chris, any opinion on why boys play games?
I think boys play games so they can talk with their friends from over 1,200 miles away. And I appreciate you all you fathers out there. All staring at all those dads and Adam. It's great. That's something else.
Speaking of that kind of note, does it Fitzy, Adam, or Corby, or Chris? Any plugs? Anything you want to plug? A product or a piece of media or anything?
The only thing I want to plug is my head into a pillow, Colin. It's time for bed.
Yeah,
I remember
I
those
could go
days.
for that.
Nothing, Chris. All right. Well, in that case, again,
plug
thank
list.
everyone. Thanks everyone for showing up, for liking, subscribing, ring the bell, comment, all those things, read the question. Tune in next week. We'll see who wins. Put wish luck in the comments. Okay, I'm Colin.
I'm Corby.
I'm Fitzy.
I'm Adam.
Chris?
And everybody together. And
Gamers.
When you don't wanna wake up, everything is fucked, everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Yeah, man, stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. Fuck that shit. Fucker. Shit. Fucker. Yeah. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. No matter what.
Did anybody see the Snow White trailer?
No.
Under.
Well, it's coming out in March, so this will have to be a week. I bet we come back to. But I wanted to bet on the Rotten Tomatoes score. Nobody cares though.
I don't ever look at that, so I don't know. Like, I don't have like a frame of reference.
I
But I'll
don't
bet on it.
Yeah, I don't really either. I don't know what the other Disney
Wait, so
ones
wait,
have.
so it's
live
so
action.
So it's a Disney movie. Who's in it? Who's like the star?
The girl from the Hunger Games.
Jennifer Lawrence?
No, the new Hunger Games. What's it called? What's the new one called?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a new one.
That's the only thing I know her from. She's
Hold on, let me see if I can look it up.
They're remaking the Hunger Games already?
No, they made a prequel, The Rise of Snow or something. I'm sure it's not called that. It's called like it's
Rachel Zegler. Is that who it is?
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
That's
What's the movie she's in with the Hunger Games? What's it called?
hold on.
The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I
So-
saw that.
So John's, you did see it?
I did see that. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not familiar with any of this stuff.
Gal Gadot is in this Snow White movie.
Oh God.
That's
Fuck
who?
that
The
bitch,
Queen?
dude.
Yeah, she's the queen. Yeah, I'm saying this is like a
Oh.
40 on Rotten Tomatoes, maybe even lower. 0.
Yeah,
I'll
fuck
be
him,
over
dude.
at 0.
10, 5, 10, whatever. Fuck Gal Gadot, stupid bitch.
Holy shit.
She sucks.
This is also going to get completely review bombed by people too.
I want to talk about just critics though, yeah, because it will get review bombed. People don't like, what did she make some like, the anti-woke people don't like her. She said some stuff. I don't know. It was something about Snow White or something. I don't
This
know.
is going to get Madam
Gal
Web.
Gadot?
No, it was Rachel Ziegler.
Oh, Rachel Zegler.
And also Gal Gadot is going to get review bombed. Yeah, so it's just a bad, yeah.
Well, they've
Dude,
been
Gal
done with this
Gadot.
movie for like 4 years. They've just been waiting to put this out, and they had to change all the dwarves because they
Oh, this is that movie.
That was one of
Yeah.
the big questions.
All
That
the-
was- when I saw the trailer, I was
I
like,
heard
oh, what are
about that actually.
they were all like normal regular people, and then they changed them to CGI dwarfs. They Sonic treatment in it.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
When we saw
Oh.
Wicked, I was like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do with the Munchkins. They're just normal people. It's just like normal looking people. Yeah.
What?
They go to
So
Munchkin.
you saw Wicked? Was it good?
It was cool. It was fine. It was a movie. You
Sweet.
know?
Sweet.
It was fine to sit through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with my niece this weekend to see it.
Oh, awesome. Did Brandy saw it, right? Did she?
No, we're gonna go. She's gonna come with us.
Oh, good. Yeah. It was cool. It was cool.
Anyways, Rotten Tomatoes on that. Yeah, no, I'm saying like 20.
Really? I'm saying like
low.
55.
Okay, I would say under at 55 if you want to set a line.
Well, I didn't know if you guys wanted to do. I don't know how many people wanted to get in on it. If you want to do like
Close
close
to
to
the
the
pin.
pin. But does nobody else care except me and Corby? Fitzy or Chris?
I'll
Or
say
Adam?
I'll go
don't-
under 55. I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, I would have to say under as well.
Fitzy, do you have any opinion?
I'm not taking the over if that's what you're asking.
I just wonder if you have an opinion. I'll do 55. I'll do
There's horrible
54 and a
sentiments
half.
surrounding this. No interest.
You'll do it under. You'll do over at 54.5 against 4 of us.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Colin, I'm sorry. Like you can make it 50, and we would all still take it.
I'm
Like-
still taking the under at 50.
Make it 59 and a half.
I don't know though. It's like don't people love
I'm
Disney
joking, I'm
movies?
joking,
right?
I'm joking.
People love
You
Disney
said that.
movies, right?
I mean,
So you never know.
I hate all those live action Disney movies because they all look like dog shit and they all
I
suck.
think, yeah, they're all annoying, but like, what did Beauty and the Beast get? I feel like it's going to get the same thing.
Well, Beauty and the Beast was Emma Watson, and that was actually got pretty good reviews because I don't think that was bad, but a lot of them have not gotten great reviews.
71.
I
don't know.
can't.
That was
keep
the
up
one
with
that
this,
pissed
dude.
me
I didn't know there was a Beauty and the Beast movie.
There's so many, bro.
Dude,
There's
they're doing.
they just
Yeah,
they just
fuck.
came out with
I know
Mufasa.
about it. I know about
Those-
Aladdin.
Mufasa's a prequel. That's an original thing, though, at least.
Yeah, but it looks like fucking dog shit because it's all
Yeah.
CGI fucking cats. It's stupid. Why are they making that stupid movie? It's so stupid.
I don't.
Dude,
I
Will
don't know
Smith
who they're
was so
making
good
it
as
for.
Aladdin. So
I forgot
That
about
movie
Aladdin.
that movie is awful.
Yeah, they're
I
doing
know.
Moana. They did Mulan. I don't know what else they're doing. I don't know. But they're doing all.
They're making fucking Moana. They're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Sam.
Listen, this is probably I'm gonna
Get
go
off
out and
my
say, yeah, this has got to be worse than artist biopics. I'm with you. These
Oh,
are awful.
Oh, it's so annoying.
terrible trend. This is with the
Yeah.
live action thing. Yeah, I didn't really know like some of those existed, but like, why does there need to be live action, like whatever Lion King or whatever the hell? Like, what why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's you know why. Yeah, Corby knows.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I do know why.
People paid to see him.
It's very annoying.
Yeah, it is. So fine, 49.5. You guys all want under, all four of you.
So you're setting it at now you're setting it at 49.5.
Well, I'm fine with I'll leave it if you guys won't take it. But if you guys will take the under at 49.5, then I'll take that.
I'm just wondering what the
I'll take
final
it.
line is going to be.
49.5.
I'm
49
taking
and a half. The Glenn Close 101 Dalmatians got 39 on Rotten Tomatoes. So this,
Their original,
What?
that's their original live action back in like 02 or something.
yeah, the cartoon was
What?
first, and then they did the live action 1996, and that got a 39%. So if we're going to say it's slightly better, if it's even a little bit better than 101 Dalmatians with Glenn Close, then it's going to be still under 50. So we'll take it.
I'm going to take the under before the line moves again. After
That's
what you
sound
just
logic. Yeah,
I'm
that's sound
slamming the
logic.
under. Slamming the under.
That was a different era. All right, Cruella got 75. So that's the more modern.
Oh,
dude.
please. Oh my God.
That is a good point.
That's
All these live action movies
insane.
are in like the 70s, but I think Snow White has gotten so much flack. This movie, they don't even want to release it. They've been holding it off for so long.
They've been polishing it. I think it's going to be a beautiful film.
I don't think so. I think they know it's going to get absolutely wrecked.
Like Craven.
On the pig. No, Craven looks good. It's gonna be
No,
good.
no, it doesn't.
We're gonna go see that, Colin.
Hell yeah, dude. Next week we'll see it.
Heretic was sick. That was a sick movie.
Oh, I need to see that one.
That looks cool. I want
That
to see
was
that.
really dope.
I can't wait to see Den of Thieves 2. What about that? I haven't seen Den of Thieves 1.
Never seen it,
Highly recommend.
but I will watch it. You should watch The Beekeeper.
Sure. I'll
Oh,
watch
I-
that. Fair, and you'll watch
I
Den
do
of
want to
Thieves.
watch that.
Yes.
Is The Beekeeper with Jason Statham?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know it is. It's fucking. It's so good.
Dude, you would love Den of Thieves. It's got 50 Cent.
I'm
And,
so in.
uh,
I'm so in.
What's his name? Gerard Butler.
All right,
phenomenal.
sure. I'm fucking in.
I want to see Mufasa.
Ew, brother, you need to get your fucking brain checked. Oh my God, that movie looks so bad. I cannot believe that people are gonna go see that movie. I cannot believe it. It's sickening.
It's got songs written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh my god.
Even worse.
Oh no, dude.
Even worse
my
reason.
God.
Oh, is he bad now?
I
I'm
wouldn't say
just done. I'm
good.
just over it. I'm just over it. I'm done. I don't care. Go
I
get your money.
I never understood the Hamilton thing.
Did you see it?
No.
So there you go.
I honestly I could never bring myself to watch it, I don't think.
Adam, if you watch that, you would definitely threaten to kill yourself. It's definitely something that
I'd probably do more than threaten it. I just can't picture myself watching it. I will say,
It's like an album. It's a rap.
okay,
happening.
okay, you're not helping the case. The episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm have Lin-Manuel Miranda on them. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them. But they're so fucking funny. I don't know. It's hard to explain why, but he just plays a version of himself where he's just like an asshole, and like it's really fucking funny. And that's the only Lin-Manuel Miranda thing that I need to see.
See, that sounds good.
It's
I'm
really
into
funny. There's a few episodes with him on it, and they're hilarious.
I bet that'd be even more funny if you watched Hamilton. You were like, oh, I get this reference.
Maybe. Well, part of the joke is that like Larry David thinks Hamilton is like fucking stupid, basically, and so it's really funny.
It's too hard to follow. Adam, you know Seth Rogen's in Mufasa?
Is he really? Good
Yeah,
for
yeah.
him.
And Blue Ivy Carter plays Simba's daughter.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z's daughter, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's embroiled in a little bit of controversy right now.
Recently, I've heard.
Yeah.
Beyonce played, I think, Nala in the Lion King remake. So
I believe she also plays it in Mufasa as well.
there we go.
Wow.
I don't know what the time thing is there because Seth Rogen plays Pumbaa, but it's a prequel. So I don't know what.
Yeah,
that
why
is.
the fuck is he in that movie?
Well, I know
Why-
that Rafiki is telling a story to. I think it must be Simba's son because Ramon and Pumbaa weren't there when Simba was with Rafiki, or was it Rafiki or the bird played by John Oliver? I don't know.
I think John Oliver played the bird.
I don't
Why?
know. I
A
don't
British
know.
man playing an African bird?
He was British in the original. The
But
cartoon.
again, it's a
'Cause he's like a
British
butler
bird.
almost, you know. He's like a.
What the Sigma?
It's fucking
Huh.
stupid. It's all stupid. Lion
Sounds like
King,
a really good movie.
Lion King is a 0 out of 10 Disney movie. It's
The original, the cartoon.
yes,
Wow, that's a hot take.
awful.
I've never
It's
seen
so
it.
boring. It's so boring. Oh my god,
That's scalding.
it's an awful movie. There's
I'm
5
not
million.
particularly fond of it, but it's just like it was.
Oh,
you
God.
know,
One of their worst movies, no doubt about it.
wow. We've gone a little off topic here on this bet.
That is-
Great bet that we made.
Maybe we'll move this to pod
What
after dark.
But again,
So this was about Snow White. So okay, we wrote it down. Does anyone have any other bets?
You guys know Lin-Manuel Miranda was in an episode of House? I'm sorry.
really?
No way. Was he?
Did he
Yeah,
play
he-
like?
oh,
a-
this is an
patient or
actual
something?
thing. It was two episodes. He was House got sent to a mental institution, and Lin-Manuel was his best friend there in the
Of
mental
course.
institution.
Was he himself, or was he? Just
Yeah, he was rapping the whole time.
Was this like before he was big, or was this like?
Wait, yeah,
after?
09.
Oh, that's
09.
awesome, dude. Cool. And he's an EGOT winner or whatever, right? You guys know that? Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
I didn't know that.
He's right up there with
Yeah, well,
Whoopi
I didn't know he
Goldberg.
did that, though.
right up there.
I'm sure he really deserves it. So good for him.
Fuck that guy.
Okay.
Fuck Disney.
Fuck him.
Fuck the
Oh,
Lion King.
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
The
Ernie. Sorry, Ernie. I think we're off track here.
Yeah, come on, Vince.
Vince, you're supposed to help
Does
us.
anyone
here.
have any other bets?
I'm a guest tonight. All right,
You're
I'm
right, you're
I'm
right.
Draymond on this week.
It's true. I did
I'm here.
invite you. It's true.